on the pork barrel system and the various controversial reports over the scandalous misuse of public funds. In the AIJC manifesto on the issue, the Institute enjoins the President, that is the Philippine President, to, quote, exercise his political and moral ascendancy to act in the interest of the Filipino people, close quote, and calls for transparency and accountability in governance. AIJC also calls for vigilance among the various groups, NGOs, local government officials, media, and the academia, as well as every Filipino citizen, so that we, together, may participate with courage as watchdogs or even perhaps as whistleblowers. On behalf of the AIJC, I would like to express our gratitude for your presence, and I hope you will stay with us until 3 o'clock this afternoon. Let our voices be heard. May we have a dynamic and productive forum. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Torres. This is a forum that is meant for exchange of ideas. Therefore, after our speakers speak on their topics, please feel free to ask questions and give us also your comments. We have this morning and this afternoon 4 speakers, actually 5, and I would say that they represent a wide sector of our society. And we will have a lawyer who will give the legal point of view because he's very much involved in taxation. We have a political economist who can share his views also because of his wide experience in government. We have a professor from the University of the Philippines who will give his view from the academic point of view. We have also the religious and spiritual point of view from Greco-Belgica. And of course, we have, I would say, I'm saving for the last, from the point of view of the business sector. So, ladies and gentlemen, I now call on the first speaker today. He is actually a lawyer. He's a lawyer. He's a partner of the Moro, Sia, Velasco, T, and Coloma law offices. He is a successful prosecutor of trademark infringement cases. He's knowledgeable of tax rulings and exemptions, having handled tax cases involving tax protests for illegal, unreasonable business and property taxes. So you may want to consult him if you have a problem with the DIR. He's also a member of the PICPA and to CONSA, and is currently he's a product of Ateneo and Ateneo and De La Salle University. So to give us the legal point of view, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Attorney Christian Sia.
All right, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm sorry I have prepared a PowerPoint, but my staff failed to reach the venue because of the flash flood. Anyway, so please bear with me. I will be discussing the legal arguments against pork barrel seriatim or serially as discussed in the petition now pending with the Supreme Court. There are actually 5 legal grounds to assail the validity of the pork barrel system. The first one is that the pork barrel system violates the separation of powers by allowing Congress to intrude into the executive domain of project implementation. As a brief background, this is not the first time that this legal issue has been brought to the attention of the Supreme Court. in 1994, there was a case, Philconsa versus Enriquez case, which challenged the constitutionality of the then Countrywide Development Fund, or the CDF, because of a similar exposition. In that case, the Supreme Court said that the CDF, or the pork barrel system, is constitutional. Why? Because it does not transgress the doctrine of separation of powers. How? Because the Supreme Court observed that the system, the pork barrel system as designed, merely allows a congressman to identify a project, but not implement. Because implementation would, of course, mean the execution, which falls properly within the domain of the executive department. Another case was filed after that ruling, and was decided only last year, 2012. This is the case of the Lawyers Against the Monopoly and Poverty versus the Secretary. In that case, the Supreme Court refused to rule on the issue of constitutionality of the PDAP, saying that there were no concrete substantiation of the supposed abuse or irregularities committed by the legislators, particularly the congressmen. So, given this background, it is clear that the Supreme Court has already made a prior determination of the constitutionality of the PDAP. So that the challenge now really is to convince the Supreme Court to reverse its position. So what are the factors or the factual developments that would convince the Supreme Court to reverse its position? First, the observation by the Supreme Court that the pork barrel system is designed to allow congressmen to merely to identify projects for implementation is not supported by the actual events as reported by the Commission on Audit in its report. The COA report is clear in saying that the congressmen and the senators themselves issue endorsement letters. And on the basis of these endorsement letters, there are no more public biddings conducted, and the funds are released directly to these NGOs. So we will see here that there is in this instance, a violation of the separation of powers, because as I've already mentioned, when you speak of implementation, that pertains to the domain of the executive. And clearly, Congress has transgressed that. Another ground to assail the constitutionality of the PDAP is that the pork barrel system renders the executive and the legislative branches practically incapable of checking each other in budgetary and other matters, thereby offending the principle of checks and balances. Of course, the reason why there's a structure of 3 departments is for checks and balances. That's the constitutional rationale. But implementing the pork barrel system dilutes or even sets aside the dysfunction. Why? Congress is supposed to approve the budget of the executive. And when you say approve, it should be scrutinized line by line. Every project should be presented to Congress for approval. But the pork barrel system allows a lump sum fund to be allocated to unspecified projects. So, but these projects will not be scrutinized by Congress because the congressmen are the ones who will, quote-unquote, implement these projects. So this is the problem of the PDAP. It does away with the check and balance function of the legislative